back. Just going to click this little thing down here. There we are. Well, it has been a very interesting week so far, and it's only Thursday. I'm Abby Haggard. This is my tiny corner of the world. And so Mom is over there, and Care Bears are over there, and our unforgettable jacket, our team jacket is there, and I'm here, alive and well and in living color. We had so much fun with our opportunity yesterday to launch a new podcast. Everything that could possibly become an element of surprise showed up. So what I have done today is ABCAST 487. So we're sneaking up on 500. I'm so excited. And the ABCASTs have been designed to walk us through how we feel about things in general. Good morning, Eddie. Good morning. Good morning. You missed the most amazing video last night. You can actually go and watch it. Yesterday was my debut day for Now What Wednesdays. The morning was hilarious. My guest couldn't show up for a reason it explains. But the one in the evening, I had Susan Millette join me. And it was hilarious. Also very insightful. And it was a round table of everybody talking all at once. And it was a great time. Now What Wednesdays is a thing. And I'm so excited. And I can't wait for you to be involved next time. How are you feeling, by the way? How's the sciatica? On a scale of 1 to 10. Are we in around the 7? I hope. Maybe the 8. Anyway, just getting everybody a chance to say hello. The thing I wanted to say about the show last night was, hilariously, we couldn't get Susan's camera to work. So first of all, we just had her initials. And then I hit something, and now there were 3 different screens going. Me over here, her cameo that she finally put up because her camera wasn't working, and then her initials, and then her initials went away. So we're just looking at her lovely cameo. But we had this incredible conversation. It started off hilariously because cameras on an audio and a video are kind of important, and then it segued into a lot of the work that Susan and I have been doing over the years. And so that was exciting in a totally different way than me just saying, so I have a client. Because here was the client showing up and bringing her perspective on all of the crazy events that took place when we first got started on her journey and where it's taking her. And we ran out of time. There's still stuff to talk about. We went long. No, we went long. It was an hour and a half. It's supposed to be an hour. And everybody had stuff to contribute. I had people saying, oh my God, I love this. And where can I buy your book? And it was great. It was really engaging. So Eddie, I know you're going to love it. And Freddie, if you're there and I can't see you or hear you, I'll see your comments later. Thank you so much for participating last night. That was so much fun. And to everybody, we had like 6 or 8 people jabbering away, having a wonderful time. However, when I looked afterwards, we had a good number of people who were just sitting there saying, I can't believe what I'm watching here. So it means that in this midweek of August, the Ides of August, if you like, what we created was an opportunity for us to have conversations on more than one level. My ABCASTs are pretty much life hacks. They're pretty much how we get from here to there with all the good stuff intact. That's really what this has been about. It has been my hey, I'm back, and this is what I'm doing. This is me now. And it has all been, of course, as part and parcel promoting Pivotry in Motion and the Lion Effect, which are, sorry, I held that up really quickly, which are launching very soon. The reason they haven't been launching faster is that I got sidetracked by this other book. Now, the book, this is the author's proof. This is the one you order to see how many things went sideways and then fix it. And good morning, Maggie. How much fun was that last night? Good morning, Susan. And so I've been fixing this, and this morning I just remembered there was a picture that I didn't include that I meant to include, and it took me 40 minutes to find the picture, and I'm very happy now. So this is heading off. The cover fixed a little bit. Inside's all different, double the thickness, double the pages, and some added stuff on the back. So that's heading off to the print facility soon. And then I can really focus in on Pivotry in motion. The other thing that I've started to do, excellent. Oh, good. Okay. Best thing, one being best and 10 being, oh my God, like hell. First day was an 11. Oh, okay. All right. So it's working. Excellent, Eddie. Excellent. And hey, see, Eddie's back. By the way, Eddie, 1 is at the bottom, 10 is high. You've just flipped the numbers. 10 is a top. It's like a top 10, right? Top 10. When you're a perfect 10, it's awesome. So here's what I've also started to do. I did a commercial last night. I did a commercial promoting Susan's books. I did a commercial explaining that these are not typical commercials. They're not the kind of thing that the algorithm is going to delete, that people are not going to want to watch because it's a conversation. It's not an infomercial. It's an abfomercial, if you want to call it anything like that. It's me talking about how cool my experience has been with this, why it's worth my time to include it. And what that gives us is more of this line effect conversation. We are now together talking about things that matter, things that make a difference. And on that note, I'm going to take a quick pause, have a sip. If you've got a beverage, join me. Because I want to share something with you. I've shared it before, and it's kind of a trick when you first see it. You find yourself buying into what you're told without considering whether or not you have options. So here it is. Maggie and I discovered it a while back when we were working on her project. The options are good, fast, cheap. You get to pick 2. And then somebody says, what's the catch? And the catch is, well, if it's good and fast, it won't be cheap. If it's fast and cheap, it won't be good. If it's good and cheap, it won't be fast. So what you're looking at is, if you have 2 of them, one is going to be the thing that brings it apart, that makes it not work at all, right? And I looked at that a long time. I enjoyed it when we first talked about it. Maggie and I had a great time with it. And then I realized there's more in it. And so it is still the theme today. Your options, good, fast, cheap, pick 2. And I looked at it and I thought, yes, but I'm the door number 3 girl. For me, there's always a door number 3. What if I don't want to pick 2? What if I only want to pick 1? If I only want to pick 1, then I'm not following that equation. Good and fast means it's not cheap. Good and cheap doesn't mean it's fast. Fast and cheap doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't apply. Immediately, that cause effect scenario goes out the window if I only pick 1. Why would you only pick 1 if you can pick 2? What if I want the 1 because I see its many layered value? What if I don't need to? What if I'm just doing it because I'm told I can? So in other words, my door number 3 is that I am finessing the equation. I'm shifting it and making it my equation. And here's my reasoning behind that. If I shift it and I make it mine, then I own it. I'm taking them up on the part of the offer that is relevant to me. I don't need to get a year's supply. I can do this. Oh, yes, but thank you. Great offer. Not interested. I'll take that. Well, you have to have two. No, I don't. I can pick one. Or I pick nothing. Well, that doesn't make any sense to you. To you, it doesn't make any sense. To me, if I want to choose one, then I should be able to choose one. What I am now doing in that moment is I'm channeling my inner Viking and I am choosing my own trajectory. I'm choosing my path and I'm choosing my tools and I'm choosing the ones that work for me, as opposed to, here's the kit. I don't need the kit. I need one. And we fall for it all the time. And we end up spending more, investing more, and working ourselves up because we think that the offer is not something we can control. But if it's an offer, of course we can. If it's an order, we can still control it by saying, I opt out. So these are the little sneaky hidden ways that we find ourselves complying without realizing it. And then we are the ones left with the fallout. We are the ones with the clutter and the collateral damage. Because the other thing, the other person, the other side of it, got their quota. They're good, go on to the next one. Their job wasn't to find out if we were happy with it. Their job was to get us to pick two. And we did. Next. So here's the thing. Here's the hidden, oh, which one are you picking? Well, I'm picking good. Okay. Why? Because if it's good, then it will also be efficient and affordable. If it's good, by my definition, it works for me. If it's good, it solves everything. The everything on my list is quality, timing, and value. Those are my definitions of good. Maggie and I were talking a lot about the people that she has come across in her tech career path who are looking for the fast result, the instant gratification. They want it now, so they want it fast and cheap. And they don't really have a deeply vested interest in good because everything is disposable. Everything can be renewed, get an update. They're not looking at longevity. They're not looking at legacy. They're looking at expediency. They're looking at the roof is leaking right now. I don't need to fix the roof. I need to just block that hole, is the short-term solution. Is that a quality solution? Well, it's an efficient solution for the moment. Yes, absolutely. But is it a quality, long-lasting solution? I don't know. Were you planning on staying long? Do you care? And so what people are not doing, your tribe at work, this is Eddie, your tribe was super awesome when it comes to, oh, that is so cool. Oh, excellent, excellent. End of the day, everything still gets done in a timely and back. Brilliant. So what we're talking about with Eddie is exactly the same thing. Eddie is looking at a tribal solution, a family dynamic without the family guilt dynamic, in a way, in a place, in an environment, in a system that has over time learned to prioritize value and celebrate it and honor it and recognize it. Because when value is recognized, then everybody steps up because they feel a pride of ownership. They want to bring their best because it makes them feel like they're contributing. They are elevating the family, the system, the team. This is the lion effect. This is how they live. It's how they hunt. It's how they thrive. And when we find ourselves isolated, Susan and I have talked about this many, many times. People who come to her clinics, they have carried their burden, their pain, when they really should have said, okay, this has to be mine today. I need to fix this today. But they have chosen a path of compensating for other people. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. They have chosen a path of compensating. Oh. What is a sneeze supposed to mean? Did I just awaken something that I haven't addressed? Probably. People get into a habit of compensating for others as a pattern. It gives them purpose, it gives them meaning, and it gives them a feeling that they have value and that therefore they won't be kicked to the curb. That's an old, long ago pattern. We were also talking last night about external validation. My gosh, it was a great all over the map conversation last night. External validation is normal because we're raised to learn by observing, learn by mirroring, of imitating. If we get it right, the person who is teaching us is saying, well done. That's external validation. When we got most of the food off the plate, onto the spoon and into our mouth without wearing it, that's our own validation. The top isn't wet. It isn't sticky. That's a win. So when we aren't aware of the sources of our coping and compensating and qualifying, we end up wandering around, as somebody many years ago said quite profoundly, living lives of quiet desperation. When we peel back the layers in the kind of way that we did last night, there was a lot of laughter. There was a lot of sharing. There was a lot of chatter about, oh my God, I love that. I do this. No, really? Oh, I love those things. That kind of community thing going on. And where that leads is to a feeling of, we got to do that again. It leads us to a place of, that's better. This is my that's better rehab. I love this. What time is the next one? And when we prioritize those things without thinking, we are escalating good. We're getting gooder quicker. When we are positive and relaxed and enjoying, and we have disrupted, we have set aside, we have zeroed out the toxic stuff, not only are we feeling gooder faster, but it's costing us less to get there. And now, once again, we have finessed the question. Good, fast, cheap. You can pick two. Well, what if I pick one and I finesse it? What if I focus my attention on good? What if I focus my attention on caring and commitment? If I focus my attention on quality, caring, and commitment, that's a full plate. That's a really full plate. And it feels great. The question that doesn't pop into our heads, well, what about me? That doesn't pop into our heads because we are having a great time. We are in it. We are of it. It's what we wished for. When we said options, good, fast, cheap, and we picked, those weren't the things we were really picking. We were picking safety. We were picking security. We were picking satisfaction. We were picking belonging. We were picking stress-free. Those were the things we were picking. We weren't picking survival. We weren't picking line. We were picking freedom. That is the underlying message when you go to a store to buy something. We're not buying the thing. We're not buying the steak. We're buying the sizzle. We're not buying the item. We're buying the transformation. We're not investing in the connection. We're investing in the quality of the comfort and the caring. The connection is the vehicle. The steak is the vehicle. When we go to the store and we're going to have a barbecue, we're not buying the food for this time. We're buying the food that carries the memory of the last time. The last time when it was prompt, when it was awesome, when it was affordable. And someone said, "How do you feel?" We said, "Good, good." So my advice to us today, and so many of us are business owners, so many of us are quiet entrepreneurs. We may have one job, but we've got something going on the side. We've got some little side hustle. My fabulously brilliant friends, Anne and Matt Urquhart, have 2 side hustles and full-time jobs. And their side hustles are the things that make them smile. Their full-time jobs are the reason they can afford to smile. And as they are gradually phasing themselves out of the full-time job as time is progressing, they're looking for ways to monetize without compromise the other things they do. If you can monetize without compromise, then you're not selling your soul. You're not selling yourself. You're providing an opportunity, supporting yourself by doing the things you love to do. And while Eddie is a musician and loves show songs, he's also a family dynamics guy. He loves, I'm right, he loves the sizzle, absolutely. He loves the idea that the family is looking forward to seeing each other every day. That just makes his little heart sing. You like that? Monetize without compromise? You like that, Susan? Me too. I said it and I thought, oh, wait, let's write that down. What happens, as you just saw, what happens here in this group is a conversation that I am leading, and then it is splitting into its many paths with all of my participants who just don't happen to be on camera, but they're here, front and center, commenting, telling me what they think, because that's how it works. That is how it works. And Alana last night, amazing Alana, who is taking on the challenge of monetize without compromise, the work of Abby Hagyard. And boy, it last night, she was a riot. She had so much fun because she got to be who she is instead of just looking for openings. She got to recognize what it's like when you walk into my little area, my little space, my little energy. It becomes a multi-layered, many-faceted diamond, slowly spinning, catching the light, every facet catching the light. And this is what our group is, the many facets of this diamond. So when we're given options and we find ourselves feeling that slightly tight sensation, either in our chest or in our gut or somewhere in our head, and we don't feel comfortable about it, these are the signals, excuse me, that our body is sending to us that we are being funneled. We are allowing ourselves to be navigated by some source that we did not give permission to. And it's easy when we're distracted. It's easy when we're exhausted, when we're overwhelmed, to go along to get along. Good morning, Rhea. You're late. Stormy night last night. Yes, I'm sure it did, Rhea. So I was just talking about, oh, Eddie, oh, I'm so glad. Even when your body likes to revolt, genuine smile. Oh, Eddie, what a happy ending. This is his best job ever, he's saying. He came through a whole lot of hell to get to this. So, Rhea, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun was last night's video? How crazy fun was that? So here's while she's figuring out what her number is, here's what I'm saying to us today. No matter what is offered to us, we own the right to choose. It's our life. We hold the pen. We can rewrite the plot. We can reconfigure the characters and the conflicts. 10 while you were there. I know, right? And we can shift the direction and the path because it's ours to own. Now, there's a very clever solution modeler. His name is Peter Crone, C-R-O-N-E. And he says, I'm not a problem solver. I'm a problem dissolver. And I want to read to you, because I want to make sure I get it exactly right. I want to read to you something he said the other day that I paused so I could write it down. What he said is this, and I'm okay with the first sentence. It's certainly open for debate. He says, the past is our memory. That can be interpreted many ways. Some people could say it was real. We're not really talking about that part of the sentence. This is the part of the sentence. I would love us all to just think it through, okay? He said, the future is a projection, typically, of a history we have not yet reconciled. The future is a projection, typically, of a history we have not yet reconciled. Easier language? The future is a projection of a memory, of a story we haven't let go of. We haven't rewritten. We haven't said, thank you for the lesson. I set you free. I thought it was brilliant. And why I thought it was brilliant is because we end up being the ones who hold us hostage. We end up being the ones holding the key to door number 3 and not allowing us to use it. We are the ones who end up shrinking our enjoyment of this moment because we're still carrying that history. And I thought, there's a thing to work with, because I'm going to tell you something, and all of everybody watching today, I believe that when we get together, when the lion effect is in full effect, the way it was last night, we are the ultimate disruptors. We are the ultimate stick in the spokesters that stop the momentum of the toxic cheese doodlery. We put it away, put it to bed, turn out its light, clear our deck, and become free to be who we are today. We are the ultimate disruptors when we choose to give ourselves permission. We choose every time. The reason we don't choose is no one has told us we can, how, with what tools. No one has given us that additional information. We've just been said, you're on your destiny, you this, that. Okay, but how? How? With what? Show me the instructions. Do I start at the top left or the bottom right? When we're not given the instructions, we feel worse. So Pivotry in motion from the very beginning, when I began the process, and Susan and I were talking before last night's show and then during last night's show, we connected long before that book launch in 2019. We connected and got her book started. So when you count those years, this has been a very full trajectory. And I think the beauty of Susan joining us last night, Susan sharing the hosting spotlight with the person who began her journey with her, is an incredible circle. It's an incredible full circle. It's an incredible understanding of what the lion effect looks like. It isn't a solitary journey. Humans are not wired that way. So the conversation today began with what sounded like an offer. You have 3 options: good, fast, or cheap. Yeah, you get to pick 2. What if I don't want to? Well, it's a free offer. Who wouldn't want a free offer? No, I love the free offer. I just don't think I need to pick 2. Well, that's the deal. You pick 2. I don't want to pick 2. Everybody picks 2. Okay. You pick 2. I only want 1. Oh, we don't even have paperwork for that. Well, sucks to be you. If it's a free offer, do I still have the offer? Yes. Can I pick 1? I guess so. Fine. I'm picking good. I've ruined everybody else's day. So that we are given an offer does not mean we have to accept it. That we are given rules doesn't mean we either accept them or break them. That's a door number 1, door number 2 deal. That's a fight or flight scenario. We don't have to do that. We can pick door number 3. We can pick finesse. We can pick adapt, adopt, apply to my trajectory if we choose. Is there a downside to that? Yes. Good morning, Kelly. Oh, you enjoyed our conversations with us last night, Kelly. We so enjoyed having you. And oh, Susan, Kelly has ordered your books. Wow. And they're going to arrive Monday. Well, that means that next Wednesday, we're going to have a critique on the books. Okay. You see how this works? For those of you just trying to figure what this is, Kelly was on our Now What Wednesdays evening edition last night. Kelly came to the Unsuitables book launch with her brother and sister, and were buying our books and having a wonderful time and meeting everybody and the dogs, and it was an incredible time. And she met Susan back then. Now she last night got to talk to Susan again, all these years later, a lot of years later, and discovered that Susan had written all these amazing books and wanted to know more about them, has ordered them. Susan, do my commercials work? Apparently. We need to tell Alana about that. What I'm saying to you today, what I'm saying to all of us today, is that we hold the key. And when the options offered aren't really a fit, they are, the best of 2 or 3 unsuitables. And we feel that even looking at the options is a kind of compromise, a kind of giving away of our boundaries. It doesn't have to be. I so need to talk to the commercials. Karen, you and me, darling. It's been a long time. Let's talk. Let's do that. I'll reach out to you, okay? So the whole idea is we can choose our interpretation, our finessing. What is missing is the person teaching us how that's done. The person who taught us how to get most of the glop off the plate into our mouths without wearing it didn't teach us about finessing. They were too busy getting us fed, preventing us from falling up or down the stairs, the essentials of life. And by the time we were almost finished with the first basic essentials, it was time to send us off to school. And that disrupted everything. Now we have two tribes, two sets of rules, two sets of people teaching us, and then everybody else. Finessing didn't really enter into it. We were so busy trying to figure out how to go along to get along, like the impala in the herd with one eye on the lion and the other on the snake. We weren't really thinking about how we felt about any of it, which is why so many of us end up leading these quiet lives of desperation, because we don't realize finessing is on the menu. And even when we do, we don't know what to do with it. We have no idea. We have absolutely no idea. That phone is connected to something and I don't know how to disconnect it, so it'll stop in a minute. I'll finesse that later. So I'm serious about, thank you. I'm serious about this finessing. When we don't feel comfortable, that is whatever part of us that doesn't feel comfortable is giving us a nudge saying, finessing, please. We need a finessery. We need an opportunity to learn how to navigate, how to work our way through the narrows and the hurdles. We're standing too close to us. We need that second set of eyes, that second pair of hands, that second brain that has been there, done that, and is here for us. Adapt. Oh, Eddie. Eddie is saying, for those of us who can't read his thing, he's zoning in on the word adapt with the health issue he's addressing. Adapt seems appropriate. Not sure if it's the same context. It is exactly the same context, Eddie. Adapt is how we navigate, how we finesse the hurdle we are currently dealing with. We can focus totally on the hurdle and not get anywhere. We can try to get somewhere without dealing with the hurdle, which doesn't help us either. But when we are aware that if we just do this or that, oh, Eddie, you've triggered a story. You've triggered a story. Oh, I love you. This is one of my all-time favorite finessing stories. Thank you, Eddie. There was a brilliant British comic who starred in many of the 1940s, 50s, 60s British films. And he was absolutely, deliciously wicked and evil and selfish. Delightful, delightful man. Now, here's what happened to him. One of the things about his comedy was his physicality. And I know we're immediately going to be thinking of people like Michael J. Fox and Robin Williams. So this actor was increasingly upset, worried, depressed, because his physical ailment was not allowing him to be physically funny in the way that he used to. And one day, and oh, by the way, and one of his challenges, and it was a visual thing, it was a psychological visual thing. Every time he would try to walk through a doorway, he would struggle. And I don't know if any of you have heard these scientific studies that have been done. The reason when we walk into a room, we forget why we're there is the doorway itself is a gate. And our eyes see the gate and shut down. We don't carry through that doorway, through that portal, through that frame, the reason we were coming. That's all it is. It's not that we're losing it. It's that we weren't focused on it. Our focus went here. When we got through it, we couldn't remember what the previous focus was. You turn around and go back, you remember. So this actor, when he was having serious physical difficulty navigating doorways, he was beginning to think that he wouldn't be able to stay in his own home, that he might, at the very least, have to have a personal care worker in, right? And then one day, a small miracle happened. The universe said, oh, here, let me help you with that. And Eddie, this is all you. This is finessing. This is adapting a situation that is physical. There was music playing, and he loved music hall musicals, right up your alley. And he was making his way from the living room into the kitchen, and the music was playing. And it was one of his favorite tunes that he used to do on stage. He would do his dance and he would do his thing. And he started dancing, and without realizing it, he danced right through the doorway, and he was halfway into the kitchen when he realized it. His love of the music and the pattern in his brain that told him, that triggered him, when the music plays, we dance, was an override, was an adopt, adapt, apply, finesse move to navigate the gate. Isn't that brilliant? So there's the ultimate story for today. There is always a door number 3. When we are feeling anxious, when we are feeling that we are losing some aspect, some part of us that we were not ready to let go of, and that energy surrounds us, that anxious, frightened, excuse me, uncertain part of us, that's not the facet of us best suited to this moment. It is underserving us. When we take that breath and say, I'm not staring at door number 3. That's all that's wrong. I am staring at a history that I have not yet reconciled. In this moment, I deserve to focus on this moment and my capacity to finesse. Your options are good, fast, cheap. Pick 2. No, thank you. I pick me. Is guaranteed to give people pause. Partly because that's not on their script. That's not going to be helping the sales team reach their quota. And they're really pissed off they didn't think of doing it too. All right. So on that note of victory, I'm going to love you and leave you. The weekend is upon us. We're going to come up with something new and unusual, and what on earth just happened here for our Now What Wednesdays. And as always, our ABCASTs are going to give you tools and techniques and opportunities to seize your day and run with it like you stole it. Is that a deal? I hope so. So every time, that is exactly why you whistle at work. It's your focus. You're focusing. Exactly. Exactly. And you know your favorite songs that you love to play? Think about one. Think about one when you're about to do something that is physically difficult just in this moment. If it's the one that gives you the twinge, think about that song. Think about playing it. All right? See what happens. Let me know. Let us know. Reach out to me. Share it with the rest of the class next week. Okay, the drill. Karen, I'm going to get back to you. Have a wonderful day, Kelly. Thank you so much. Be good to you. You deserve it. You don't have to pick any other options. Just be good to you. And remember to hug your loved ones because they deserve it too. Thank you, LinkedIn. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Restream. Thank you for helping me make this fabulous. Catch you next time. All right, now, there we go. Let's do this. All right. What am I doing here? Go here. All right. Now we're going here. We're going here. And we're going what's happening here? What happened?